Hello, it's Sonia here with the Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Wednesday, and that means it's the Stitch of the Week. And this Stitch of the Week is the last Stitch of the Week that I will be doing in my Stitch of the Week series. So this is stitch number 100, and I am capping it off using my J-hook or 6mm hook. And I am using this very beautiful yarn that I have here. It is called Briggs & Little Heritage Yarn, and it's 100% wool, and I bought it at a local yarn store. And I actually made a very beautiful cowl using this yarn, which the pattern will be coming out as part of my 12 days series, which will be coming out around Christmas time. Stay tuned for that. I think it's a really beautiful cowl actually. And this yarn is brown number 4 or number 5. It's a slightly heavier yarn, but it works up really nicely actually. And this stitch that we're doing today is called the X stitch. I'm calling it that. I have seen this stitch in an old stitch dictionary that I have. I love collecting stitch dictionaries, and I actually made something using this stitch years ago. I made a shrug for my daughter, which I was trying to find so I could show a picture of it to you. And I think I have it packed away in like a special, bin, because I made it for her when she was like in kindergarten, and she's 21 years old now. So I know I still have it. I'm sure it's just packed away. So anyway, to do this stitch, what you'll need to do is chain a multiple of 4 and then add 3. And this stitch would be suitable for a variety of projects. It's a lacier stitch. So why don't we chain 19? Okay, so we have our 19 chains here. So for our first row, it's just going to be a single crochet row. And you can work this stitch pattern just jumping right into the X stitch, but I prefer doing it this way. I think it gives it a little bit more structure. All right, so my second chain from my hook, and you can work in your chain however you like. I am just going to work a single crochet, and I am just going to single crochet all the way across my chain. Okay, so here we go. I've got my row of single crochets. This is my setup row. And what we're going to do for row 2 is I'm going to chain 4. And I'm going to turn my work. Alright, so let's get started with this stitch pattern. So to start off with, you're going to yarn over twice. So it's made up of triple crochets, variation of a triple crochet and a double crochet, or you can also call it a treble crochet, same thing, triple treble. Alright, so we've yarned over twice, and then in my very next stitch, because this already is going to count as a stitch, we're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop. So you have your 4 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over, just pull through 2. So you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to leave those guys on your hook. We're going to yarn over twice again. We're going to skip 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and insert our hook into the next one and pull up a loop. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we're going to do is yarn over and pull through 2 until we've worked off all these stitches. So just yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2. So we worked off all these stitches. So we've actually created almost all of our X. So we have the 3 legs of our X. So 1, 2, and 3. We need to add number 4 there. So we are going to chain 2. And now we're going to work a double crochet. So you're going to work that stitch, if you want to look at it like this. So here it looks like a top of a stitch right here. We're going to insert our hook in there. So we're going to yarn over, just pop that hook in there, and work a double crochet to complete our X. And so there we go. We have worked the first part of our X. So pretty easy actually. Alright, so let's get started for the next one. So you're going to yarn over twice, and then in your very next stitch, so right here, we're going to pull up our loop and just pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to work the same thing that we did here, we're going to do for the next one. So yarn over twice, skip 2 stitches, insert our hook in the next, pull up a loop, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 to work off all of these stitches. So this would be very suitable for a variety of projects. If you like a lacier project, as I said before, I made a cowl, or not a cowl, I made a shrug out of this for my little girl. When she was a little girl, now she's a big girl. We're doing chain 2, and we're going to work that double crochet right there. Shrugs were popular back in the day. Maybe they still are, I'm not exactly sure. She would wear it, I think she wore it to school because she wasn't allowed to wear like spaghetti strap tank tops, and she loved them when she was little. So to get around that, I made her the shrug so she could wear that in school and not get in trouble. Alright, so let's keep going across. So yarn over twice and insert our hook in the next stitch. Pull through the 2, skip our 2 stitches, and work off all of those stitches. So this stitch does work up very quickly. I mean, you could definitely use it for a blanket if you would like to, if you wanted a nice lacy blanket. Or we're chaining 2, and we're going to work that double crochet. Okay, so let's keep going here. Chaining 2 and working that double crochet. Okay, so now we have one more stitch. We're just going to work a triple crochet to complete our row. So right in that last stitch, yarning over twice, or treble crochet, however you would like, however you learned it. I learned it as triple. I guess treble sounds a little fancier maybe. I'm not very fancy. Okay, so here we go. We have our first row of our nice X stitches there. And so we're going to work row 3. Now you could, if you just wanted to, just work X on top of X on top of X if you would like, or I usually work a row of a single crochet. That's how I like to do it, but you know, you could certainly play around with this stitch. So chaining 1, turning my work, I'm going to single crochet right in that same stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to come to our chain 2 space, and I'm working 2 single crochet in there. So I'm going to want to have the same amount of single crochet I started with. So I had 18 single crochet, so I'm going to want to have 18 single crochet again. I mean, you could also work a couple rows of single crochet or a double crochet in between. I mean, you can definitely play around and insert these X stitches wherever you would like in your pattern to really focus, there we go, to really make it your own. And then I have my last stitch here, and I'm just going to work right on top of that chain 4 to complete row 3 there of my single crochet, and we are going to chain 4 and turn our work, and then continue to work another X stitch. So right here, yarning over twice. So I'm going to go off camera and work a few more rows of the X stitch here, and I will meet you back. Okay, so here we go. I ended up working 7 rows here of the X stitch, and as you can see, definitely you can see those X's. And the nice thing with this guy, it is definitely reversible, and it does work up fast and tall. Like, it's definitely a taller stitch, so you don't need as many rows to you know, do what you need to do with this stitch. If you were making like a scarf or something, it, you know, would work up really quickly actually. So I hope you enjoyed this stitch of the week, and I hope you enjoyed this series. I really enjoyed making it for you, and appreciate everybody that had stuck with me with this series. And I will be, you know, I'm not stopping my channel or anything, but I am stopping this series. So I just want to thank everyone that watched the series, and I really appreciate all of you. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.